Lance Stroll might be facing some serious trouble at Aston Martin, and Red Bull's latest move only adds more pressure. Yuki Tsunoda has hinted at a future beyond Red Bull, and with Aston Martin undergoing massive changes, there's growing speculation that he could replace Stroll. With Honda becoming Aston Martin's engine partner in 2026 and Adrian Newey potentially joining the team, could Stroll's time in F1 be running out? His performance against Fernando Alonso has raised concerns, and recent insider reports suggest that his future may not be as secure as his father, Lawrence Stroll, would like. Will Stroll be forced out of his own father's team? Let's break it all down. Before we get into it, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell for more F1 updates. Yuki Tsunoda has been making headlines after revealing that he might look beyond Red Bull for his F1 future. Despite proving his worth by outperforming Daniel Ricciardo and Nick de Vries, Tsunoda was overlooked when Red Bull promoted Liam Lawson instead. This decision has fueled speculation that Tsunoda will leave the Red Bull family, and Aston Martin seems like a prime destination. With Honda set to become Aston Martin's engine supplier in 2026, Tsunoda has a strong connection to the team. Honda has never interfered in Red Bull's driver lineup, but with their increasing influence at Aston Martin, they could push for Tsunoda's inclusion. If Aston Martin wants to maximize their partnership with Honda, replacing Lance Stroll with Tsunoda might be a logical move. Another factor to consider is Red Bull's long-term plans. Tsunoda has spent several years in Red Bull's junior team, but has yet to receive a promotion to the main team. With drivers like Lawson, Arvid Lindblad, and potentially even more young talents waiting in the wings, Red Bull may not have a long-term place for Tsunoda. This means his best bet for a top seat could be outside of the Red Bull camp. Furthermore, Tsunoda has been consistent in extracting the maximum performance from his car. His aggressive driving style and ability to fight for points have impressed many, making him an attractive option for Aston Martin as they look to build a strong driver lineup for 2026 and beyond. Aston Martin has ambitious plans for the future, and their recent moves indicate a shift towards a more competitive lineup. The potential arrival of Adrian Newey, one of the greatest designers in F1 history, could mean big changes for the team. While Aston Martin's priority would be signing Max Verstappen if he becomes available, Tsunoda remains a realistic option. Fernando Alonso, despite his strong performances, has hinted at retirement after 2026. This leaves Aston Martin in a tough spot, as they need to build for the future. While replacing Alonso is expected, Stroll's position is also in question. The team needs two strong drivers to compete at the top, and Stroll's inconsistent performances could become a liability. Lawrence Stroll's ownership of the team has protected Lance for years, but even that may not be enough to secure his seat if Aston Martin becomes a true championship contender. With Honda and potentially Newey involved, team decisions could shift from being family-driven to performance-driven. Stroll has struggled against Alonso, losing 19 out of 24 qualifying sessions in 2024. His race pace and overall performance have been far behind Alonso's, raising concerns about his competitiveness. But beyond performance, Stroll's body language and attitude suggest that he isn't fully invested in F1. Former Haas team principal Guenther Steiner recently commented on Stroll's lack of enthusiasm, stating that he never looks happy in the car. Some believe that if his father didn't own the team, he wouldn't still be in F1. With Aston Martin's growing ambitions, they may no longer afford to keep a driver who isn't fully committed. Additionally, Aston Martin's rivals are improving at a rapid pace. Teams like McLaren, Mercedes, and Ferrari are constantly pushing forward, and a driver lineup of Alonso and Stroll might not be enough to secure podiums consistently. If Aston Martin wants to fight for championships, they need drivers who can extract the maximum performance from their car every weekend. Stroll's best results have come in chaotic races where luck played a role. Unlike drivers such as Lando Norris, George Russell, or Oscar Piastri, Stroll has not consistently delivered top-tier performances. This inconsistency raises questions about whether he is the right driver for a team with title aspirations. Enjoying the video so far? Make sure to subscribe to the channel for content like this. Honda's influence at Aston Martin will only grow after 2026, and they will likely push for a driver who aligns with their vision. Tsunoda, being a Honda-backed driver, fits the bill perfectly. If Honda believes Tsunoda is a better long-term option than Stroll, Lawrence Stroll may be forced to make a tough decision. Additionally, Adrian Newey's potential arrival could accelerate this process. Newey is known for demanding the best possible driver lineup to optimize car performance. If Aston Martin wants to challenge Red Bull and Mercedes, they need a strong second driver alongside Verstappen or Alonso's replacement. If Verstappen does decide to join Aston Martin, he will likely demand a highly competitive teammate. This could mean the end of the road for Stroll, as the team would need to prioritize talent over personal connections. Recent rumors suggest that Aston Martin could find an alternative role for Stroll, potentially moving him to another racing series. If the team prioritizes performance over personal interests, Stroll's seat may not be guaranteed. With Honda, Newey, and potentially Verstappen in the mix, Aston Martin is shifting towards a more competitive mindset. Stroll has already shown interest in other forms of motorsport, and moving to a different racing category could be a logical step. Whether it's endurance racing, Formula E, or another series, he might find a more suitable place to showcase his skills without the pressure of F1. There's also the possibility of Aston Martin finding a brand-related role for him. Given the company's expansion into hypercar manufacturing and endurance racing, a move to Le Mans or WEC could be on the table for Stroll. This would allow him to continue racing while allowing Aston Martin to pursue a stronger driver lineup in F1. If Stroll is moved out of F1, who could replace him? While Yuki Tsunoda is the most discussed candidate, other drivers could be in contention. Liam Lawson, despite being snubbed by Red Bull for now, has shown immense talent and could be a dark horse for an Aston Martin seat. Felipe Drugovich, Aston Martin's reserve driver, has been waiting for his opportunity and could be a solid choice. Mick Schumacher, if he secures a strong performance in WEC, might have a shot at an F1 return. Carlos Sainz, if he doesn't find a seat at Red Bull or Mercedes, might also be considered. With all these possibilities, Stroll's F1 future is more uncertain than ever. So, what do you think? Will Lance Stroll be forced out of Aston Martin? And would Yuki Tsunoda be the right replacement? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell for the latest F1 updates. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.